Welcome back to this episode of Cope's Corner. I'm your host, as always, Mike Copenhaver, aka Real Mike. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, all the likes of KOPESKORNER. I'm stoked to go over some UFC Paris. It's going down this weekend. We'll go over some bets, which will be Cyril Gane taking on Tai Bui what the hell? Tai Tuivasa, the Bowie the Shui Bambui. Fuck, I totally butchered that his nickname, but either way, sometimes it happens. But I'm too stoked to be here after two events where we cashed over $800 on both events. That's 16 units. That's $1,600 after two of the last prior UFC events. So with this one coming up in Paris, I feel really, really good about it. But first and foremost, I'd like to thank the sponsors of the show. And first sponsor that I'd like to thank of the show is Melon Brand Hats. It's a luxury line of hats that my boy Brian McDonald, he came up with in high school. We talked about how we'd have a hat line unlike anything you've ever seen. This is the new Odyssey Adventure Hydro that just dropped, and the shit is absolutely filthy. I got my box of melon gear to represent the new stuff and the new flock and the new age of gear is absolutely fly and no lie from a white guy. But you guys got to go to melonbrand.com, get yourself a dope hat to separate yourself from the pack. Secondly, I'd like to thank fokaistuff.com. It's FOKAI stuff.com. It's Guamilian gear. My boy Rome from Guam came up with his Islander vibe wear. They have jerseys, shirts, adult blankets, fedoras. Looks like the fanny packs already sold out, which is crazy. Beanies sold out really fast. They were there last week on the show. And so make sure you go over there and give the Guamilian some love. It goes all the proceeds go to the Islanders over there. So really, really can't thank them enough for their support. Then thirdly, I'd like to thank Stony Tark. It's a book on Amazon. It's Stony Tark Top Tips on Growing Cannabis. The picture there featured is actual of the plant that I grew. It's called Lemon Cream Kush. It's from my sponsor in the Netherlands, from Spliff Seeds Amsterdam. So if you want some of them, their gear, go over to Spliff Seeds on Google, and it'll pop up. Lemon Cream Kush will be featured there on the cover as well. And last but not least, I'd like to thank SUA Law Group, SUA. My boy Brandon Sewell, one of the best law practitioners around, family law, criminal defense, and personal injury. Him and his crew are the absolute best when it comes to dealing with just anything that they do, whether it's like I said, criminal or personal injury. And I have a lot to say about the personal injury stuff because I've gotten in 3 Harley accidents and had to have them multiple times defend me and get me multiple offers and a good amount of money. So really, really can't thank them enough. And so if you're in the 805 or near Los Angeles County, SUA Law Group, wonderful people. Brandon Sewell will back you through absolutely anything. So with that said, my man, Mr. B, will be the co-host for the night. He'll jump in the mix when he gets here. Let me see real quick. I'm going to flip this. My boy, there's my boy right now. And my man, Mr. B, in the house. How you doing, dude?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Oh, stoked to be here to talk about some more UFC finally. When we get a gap in the weeks that it feels like we're like crack fiends, just like chomping at the bit to get to some fights,
Hell yeah.
Sad to say. Yeah, terrible analogy, Mike, you fucking asshole. But how are you and your family over there in the BX, my dude?
Everybody's good, man. Everybody's good. School coming around the corner.
How's the weather over there? Because it's hot as hell operator over here in Southern California, and it's not let down. 105 today, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, it's been hot, but we've had a couple cooler days, I could say. Yeah. Where it hasn't been as hot. We got some nice little cool breeze. Yeah.
Any humidity? I know your humidity gets crazy. Nothing crazy?
There's been a couple days of that, like probably like 2 days of that, but for the most part, it's just been really calm.
So you skated through pretty nicely here. It's been crazy over here, B. I think we even had like a 98-degree day with a humidity of like 70 or 68, which is crazy for over here. Usually it's a dry heat, which you can kind of handle, but it makes it harder to breathe. For people like you are used to it, or down in the South, my boy T Money from Louisiana. It's they're like, what are you guys crying about over there? Besides, it's just dry heat. But is what it is. But this week, man, we're gonna go over UFC Fight Night Paris, which is featuring Cyril Gane versus Tai Tuivasa. I absolutely butchered the intro, bro. It was terrible. I don't even know. I couldn't get my fat lips to I couldn't say Tai Tuivasa. I totally second guessed I was like, wait, that sounds crazy. That his name. If you look at it, Tai Tuivasa, you think that it's the first and last name. That it's just crazy. But and I know better, but I was really looking forward to like throwing in the Shui Bambui, and that's what really twisted my lips up, is because I was like chess foreseeing my moves. And either way, probably more funny for you fans to listen to me mumble and crumble and fumble, but it is what it is. But with that said, man, I'm gonna pull up the card. Once I get them pulled up. But you looking forward to this weekend's fight, my dude?
Yeah.
Any
And they
fight that
started
you're
a little earlier. They
any
started
fight that,
earlier than normal.
yeah, good
Any
point.
fights that I'm looking forward to seeing?
Like specifically, like one fight that you're like, this is the fight for me.
Ooh, there's two of them actually.
Oh, I love it.
Not gonna lie, but 2 or 3 actually.
Okay.
It got to be the co-main between Robert Whitaker and Marvin
Yes.
Vettori.
Dude, the way it was fire between them on the stare down.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna be a really good matchup. We got Nasra Hakaras versus John Mcdesi. I'm looking forward to that one too, because there's a little bit of heat in the backstory there between those two, and
is that
Faraz
what's going on?
Zahabi.
Okay,
Yeah,
because they were mean mugging, and I'm actually going to be betting against Mcdesi. I'm just straight out saying it right fucking now. I'm finding a line and finding a way. I haven't looked at everything right now, so I don't even know what the line is, but we will get to when we get there. But B, I just don't believe that Mcdesi really believes that he's there, and we'll get to that later.
Yeah. You know,
Hey, it's so funny that you picked fights that are exactly the fights that I'm fucking fired up for. So, but without because I already fucking ruined it with one of them.
There's Jourdain versus Wood.
Oh shit, I can ruin that right there too.
Charles Jourdain versus Nathaniel Wood.
Jump into the motherfucking card. We got
those are the
first
3
fight on the prelims. We got Aylin Perez is taking on Stephanie Egger. Stephanie Egger is now kind of a little, I guess you kind of say a little tiny OG in the UFC compared to her counterpart. But Stephanie Egger is only 7-3. She's 34 years old, 5'6" with a 68-inch reach. She's on a 1-fight losing streak. She's a judokan, so she likes to get you on, flip you on your back, do tosses, and then get you in an armbar is the preferred way of victory for someone like her. She's definitely a little bit bigger than Aylin Perez when they were staring each other down at the weigh-ins. I'm not like thoroughly impressed with Stephanie Egger to like say anything more than other than her judo her judo's pretty decent, and her arm bars when she gets top position, but that has really not been tested in my opinion. But not to say that Aylin Perez is like world class, like levels above Stephanie Egger, because she's not. I'm just saying, like I just think that Stephanie Egger, best way is if she's going to get someone down the ground, she has to get him on a judo toss, get in an arm bar. But someone like Aylin Perez, I don't think it's going to be as easy with a shorter of base. Aylin Perez is 7-1. She calls herself Fiona from Shrek, if you're not familiar. She did a nice little twerk and jerk for the French fans over there. If you guys like that stuff, you can go tune into the weigh-in. She dropped it like it was hot for them over there, huh, B?
Yeah. Yeah, they got to see all that. Yeah,
I know we didn't get the full video. We got to cut off, right, B?
Yeah.
I got like a one drop, and then it felt like it cut off. But either way, 27 years old, 5'5" with a 65-inch reach, 2-fight win streak, fighting out of Argentina. She's number 2 fighter out of Argentina, number 3 out of Latin America, number 14 out of Brazil. This girl, when she's pretty mean, man. If she gets top, if she does get someone in mount, she has multiple stoppages. Corner stoppage round 2 last fight, ground and pound round 1 last fight. She has been stopped to illegal knees round 3 and lost. I don't know. Actually, you know what? She must have done the illegal knee. So must have been just her aggression. She really just doesn't have a lot of opponents that I could even judge off of. But I can say this. I do like the aggression from this girl. I do like the fact that she has a jiu-jitsu. She does have a jiu-jitsu game. But Stephanie Egger is going to have the fight experience and a lot more. And it's not even that. It's only because she's in the UFC, and that's the only experience. Other than that, her record's kind of suspect too. Stephanie Egger, to me, does not deserve to be a negative 250 favorite. Doesn't that seem steep to you, bro?
Yeah, man, it kind of does. Do
you have any points to make on this?
A little bit. It's a weird fight. I know Perez was supposed to fight, who was it? Zara Farn? That's a French fighter, the kickboxer girl. But Fran dropped out because of the medical issues or something like that. So you got Edgar. Now we know Edgar's okay. The output's not really that high, but she gets a lot of her stuff done clinch wise. Her strength is in her clinch because she has the judo background. But the problem is, even though she did submit she managed to beat Shannon Young. She submitted Jessica Rose Clark, But those girls aren't really all that jujitsu, ground level. They understand the ground like that. And then Myra Bueno Silva caught her with an armbar. Aylin Perez, she got that same jujitsu, but the competition, she hasn't fought that high competition compared to Edgar. She hasn't been, she hasn't seen that type of competition that Edgar has. But then again, when you think about it, Edgar's only had how many fights so far? 3 or 4 fights in the UFC.
Yeah, 3
So it's kind of so it's I do like Aylin Perez's aggression. I do feel though it's that weird thing where Perez's strength is kind of Edgar's strength as well. I think Aylin may have a little bit more feistiness in the striking department, but it just comes down to that clinch game.
Yeah.
But it is a little bit steep to be putting on Edgar though.
Way too steep. Way too steep, B.
It's kind of steep. If you want to bet, if you want to bet, and be safe, you're gonna take Edgar. But if you want to bet and try to make a profit, because Perez has that jiu-jitsu, she did, and Edgar just got caught basically in an armbar earlier. In her last fight, you could go and see what happens here. It's a 145-pound fight as well.
Plus 200 for Aylin Perez is crazy, man. I'm not saying she's anything special. If she had a little bit more for me to go off of, a little bit better record, I would fire on Aylin Perez, but I do not like losing money. I don't like giving out bets that are stupid. But I could almost warrant a $50 half unit flick on Aylin Perez's money line because it makes you 100, and she could possibly win this thing, man. I don't know, man, but I don't like betting on lower level women's MMA.
That's the whole thing. If you manage to make a degenerate bet,
don't stoop yourself to their level. That's my problem.
But if you're gonna make a degenerate bet and you bet Perez and Perez happens to win, then good luck on you. But it's just it's so it's low level.
I'm picking Aylin Perez because I'm feeling something funny, but I just can't give it out to the fans because of the fact that just because it's such low levels women MMA. Even me and T Money talked about it. T already bet it. He bet Aylin Perez. I'll probably bet it myself especially the line gets worse for Aylin Perez. But it's just very hard to bet on the low levels women MMA, man. And there's nothing for sure in this fight. Fire on if we're gonna fire on some from unsures. It's gonna be the fucking parlay on Edwards and Tybura and fucking cash that bitch plus 1,500. That's the type of shit that we do around here.
Yeah.
Hey, B, you see the new melon cap, bro? Look at that thing.
I like that. I like that,
bro. Pretty fly for a white guy. You know how we do it. But, the next fight, though, on the card, B, is Khalid Taha takes on Christian Quinones. I know you have something fabulous to say about this. You always do. Want to break this one first down for me, my dude?
Sure, man. This is a very first of all, we were supposed to get Taylor Lapilus on this fight, but Taylor got injured, man. Unfortunately. Lapilus was a French kickboxer who was 18-3, who was supposed to come in this fight here. I think he was supposed to make his debut. Yeah, he was supposed to make his debut from Aries, but injuries happened. So we got filled in with Christian Keonez. And Christian Keonez is 16-3, man. Problema. 26 years old, 5'7", 70-inch reach. Out of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico.
Oh, órale, wey, gato.
Got his way from coming into the Contender Series last season. So this is going to be his official UFC fight, official UFC debut. Currently riding a 4-fight win streak. He has about the last 4 fights he's had. He has 3 decisions and 1 by TKO against a guy by the name of Eric Ruano. He got a lot of KOs, got a couple submissions, but a lot of decisions and KO TKOs. He's gone up against Khalid Taha. Now Taha has been out of the game for quite a bit due to a suspension. Our boy popped for PEDs. Before that,
not sorry to interrupt you, but Taha,
no problem.
Taha and Mcdesi, I feel like they're family, like related somehow. Their body type, they're like the way their height, like their body build. Don't you like? I get the same vibes off them too. Sorry, dude. You get that at all?
A little bit. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. Taha's like 29 though, and that's the crazy part.
That's that. Well, he got the age factor at least. I'm going for him.
Yeah. 5'5" with the 69-inch reach. Out of Warendorf, Germany, currently right in a 2-fight losing streak. Well, he lost both of his last fights by decision. Sergey Morozov and Raoni Barcelos. Barcelos, mixed it up with the striking and the grappling. Morozov, of course, with the boxing and the grappling. Other than that, he had a couple good KOs. You know what I mean? He had Boston Salmon. He fought in Brave.
Boston Salmon.
Nader Amani had beat him by decision.
Do you remember how much hype Boston Salmon had when we walked in the UFC? We were all fired up on his boxing and shit.
Hell yeah.
I might have sucked a salmon or two, bro. I might have sucked a salmon. What a perfect play, you know what I mean? I was gonna say something more straight to the point, but it just worked out perfect. It was slimy.
Man.
And I can't believe I sucked his dick. Let's go.
Word, man. Like, Boston Salmon had a lot of hype, man.
All kinds of hype.
Taha knocked him out. And then Randy Costa beat him up. Now he's in the PFL. He'll be in the PFL next season, hopefully.
Bro, I know the salmon's cost me a lot of money.
Crazy, bro. But yeah, man. Taha's been out with the PD issue. But he's come back. He looks really fit, though. I've seen the videos before the weigh-ins of him training, and I was like, damn, Taha looking in shape, man.
P, what's your opinion on these fighters who don't take their glasses off or they hide behind their lenses in the weigh-ins? Do you have thoughts on that at all?
Sometimes I actually asked myself that when I seen it at the ceremonial weigh-ins because he had his shades on.
Yeah.
He had the glasses on, and he stood there, and I'm like, usually you're supposed to take those things off, man. You can't just have them on.
So he seemed a little scared, homie.
And his thing with his fights is that he has a couple, like very few submissions, but a lot of knockouts. And his thing is that if he doesn't knock you out, then he's in a rough fight, man.
Oh yeah.
And Keonez is gonna bring that heat. And I think Taha. If Taha's going to win, Taha got to win within a round and a half. If not, Keonez is going to look to try to burn that man out and try to get some grappling in. And I don't like Taha's grappling defense. It is not great.
It's bad.
It is not great. Especially when he starts gassing, it's not great at all.
He's the guy to go in his guard and close his legs and close guard.
Yeah, exactly. And hesitate and be all timid about the takedowns coming in. You get super scared. Yeah. So I think they're gonna come in. They're gonna bring a lot of good heat. I'm hoping, me personally, like, all right, we're biased. I'm saying Taha, right? Because I like Taha, and I hope Taha can come back.
I know we're in French.
Now look. Now stop. Now we're unbiased. Unbiased. I think Keonez could probably take some of those good shots. Come in here and switch it up on the round 2 and 3 level and start going for these grappling situations because Taha ain't gonna defend those grappling situations much, and that's a big problem. Usually with guys like Taha that come back, they take the hiatus, they come back, they work on certain things. I think Taha could find his shot. I think Taha could win this if Taha finds his shot. I think Keonez could win this if Keonez could survive the first round.
Yeah.
With that said, though, looking at this fight,
this is a weird one.
I may take Taha on this one. I may eat shit, but I may take Taha on this one.
I think
not a bet, but
no.
I'm gonna take Taha. I'm gonna pick Taha
because B was not on Quinones. Then I will. Then it helps me a little bit on this one because I actually like Quinones. I almost thought about betting him, but I have a rule here on my show on Cope's Corner, and I made it a long time ago on the MMA for Money show, which I co-hosted, and I cannot bet on the newer comer versus the OG. The thing that gives me the most red flags about Quinones is that his losses. One's by rear naked choke, B, and I don't like that, right?
Yeah.
And that was Combate 27 versus a guy who was 7-2 or whatever. Now, then he lost by punches round 2 in 2017 to a guy named Christian Souza. He's lost the punches to a guy named Jose Soto round 3 in 2014 when he, fourth fight in, mind you. But your chin's still your chin. I don't care when you begin. It's the fact that because of those little things, I would have to agree with you that Taha is probably the right side. Odds makers right now are agreeing with you and I. The slight favorite. Taha -125 plus 100, so even money for Christian Quinones. Taha opened up at a -150, so odds makers were also on our side in the very beginning of the opening.
Yeah.
So he's been bought down by like 25 cents. Has Taha so now you get better Quinones. You know what? Sorry, I reversed that. I totally Quinones will open up as the dog. He's been bought down from a +130 to a negative or +100. So everyone's been on him. The money's been swinging back. So there's more value on the Taha side because of the line movement of more people. Just in my opinion, there's on Quinones, and you've lost the +130. If +130 sounds better than +100, and if you don't agree, then you don't fuck with me, the KOPE, and fucking Mr. B. So I just have to say I have to agree. I love Mr. B breaks something down because it helps me a little bit, and then I don't have to fire on something that it doesn't need to be fired upon. So I'm gonna pick Taha slight edge, but to be honest, I like to go off of what I initially see in the very end on Fridays after the weigh-ins. I make my picks, and my pick was Quinones, but I respect my boy B so much, and I don't have enough on Quinones to trust them because he's lost by choke, lost by punches twice, and Taha's the type of guy that could knock your ass into the fucking stars. But I'm going to be cheering for my fucking homie. I'm going to be cheering for La Raza. I'm going to be cheering for Christian Quinones to get it done. Might even degenerate bet it myself. But I just can't fire upon something that we lost the value that he's not giving me like all the good feelings. But the next fight of the night is Benoit Saint Denis is taking on Gabriel Miranda, and this should be a good one. We got Gabriel Miranda. He calls himself Fly. He's 16-5. He's 32 years old. He's 5'11" with a reach not listed. Three fight win streak fighting out of Brazil. He last took on Diego Sucora and beat him by rear naked choke, but homeboy's 5-5. Then he beat a dude, Jeffrey Moraes, when that dude was 3-1. This guy, this guy's fucking record is suspect. Now he's beating all these bums, but then he lost to a guy who's 4-0. So I don't even know where to go after that. But this guy's record is so fucking bad that I just now am witnessing this live on air with you guys. How bad this guy's record is as Miranda. And so now Benoit Saint Denis, Mr. God of War himself, 9-1. He's 26 years young himself, 5'11" with a 73-inch reach. He's on a 1-fight win streak. Got one of the biggest roars in the crowd. Didn't you agree, B?
Yes, he did.
And this guy's got all around a great MMA game. I mean, his striking and his grappling is good. He likes to go to his grappling more often than not. He's definitely more of a grappler than a striker, but he still definitely has the punches that needs to get it done. He will favor to go to the ground, especially if he does get clipped by a guy like maybe Gabriel Miranda could possibly do round one. But if Benoit Saint Denis is smart, he takes this dude to the ground, smothers him, and fucking absolutely just rapes him, bro. I'm sorry for the R word. Don't mean it literally because you should never ever do that shit. I just meant in like war, in times of like just craziness. There's pillaging, there's the R word, and I'm not seeing it being. That's why you're seeing the odds makers opened up at a negative 188. He's been pounded down into Chinatown to a negative 286 at times. Now he's at a negative 275 on 5-9. So I think Benoit Saint Denis has a clear path to victory. You hear the roar of the crowd. I feel like they're setting him up for a fight that should win. He could win, and I'd be shocked if he doesn't. What do you say about this fight, B?
First off, say what's up to Kick Your Bass. Ryan, we got him on here.
What's up then? Kick Your Bass, my boy. Good point, B. My dude from Kansas City. You know how we do it.
Second off, I feel the same way you do. And word on the street is that record of Gabriel Miranda padded AF, boy.
Hey, I heard it's got a nickname and it's called Maxi Pad.
Super padded. One of the organizations that he fought for.
Super absorbent.
Yeah, man. One of these companies, organizations that he's fought in, Face the Danger, is it? These dudes have like a sketchy like
it looked like
they're sketchy. They're sketchy, a sketchy organization similar to what's homeboy that fought Alonzo Menefield with the big old muscles but was horrible as hell. Morozov, was it? Morozov that had the sketchy record? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Same type of thing there, man. The interesting thing though, this guy Miranda fought Wagner Rocha. For people who don't know, Rocha is old school, somewhat, not really necessarily old, somewhat old school, but big time. He was a big timer. He fought in the UFC and a couple other places here and there. Big time jiu-jitsu grappler. Rocha handled him a few years ago, but beat him by like KO, TKO, which is hilarious. That guy Wagner's not really known for his striking, more so for his submission skills, but beat him. So yeah, most of the guys that this guy Miranda fought are barely had wins. The most experienced guy he fought was back in like 2015, Hiroki Nagaoka. And I don't understand it. We know Benoit Saint Denis. They call him the God of War, is it?
He was also Special Forces, correct? Am I wrong on that?
Yeah.
For his country.
And Saint Denis, we seen him take a beating against Zaleski dos Santos, and that was at 170, and that man did not crumble. He kept going. We seen his final, finally show up at 155. Easily won that fight. I think he's gonna go in there and he's gonna definitely maul up on Miranda. He's going to maul that man. It's gonna be a couple strikes, instant takedowns, and Miranda's not gonna know what to do. He got called in on short notice here because our boy Saint Denis was supposed to fight Giagos, and Giagos unfortunately got injured. Yeah, he got injured. So this guy's coming in on short notice. Miranda, not that many okay record, but super padded record. I think Saint Denis is going in there, murking this guy. Again, that's submission win more than likely. And that's that, man.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, B. And you know what? With that said, since B agrees, and I like to back my shit and talk my shit, I'm gonna have to back it with the money. I'm throwing down 2.75 units on Benoit Saint Denis, Mr. God of War himself. Like I said, the French crowd. I believe this dude was the French Special Forces, and like everyone absolutely is there to watch this dude absolutely dominate and just annihilate this guy. And the path of victory is just way too clear. You know what I mean, B?
Yeah.
I would throw down on the inside the distance B, but the inside the distance is, let me get that up. I believe it was negative 138 right now. So, St. Denis, yeah, negative 138 for an inside distance. That gives us the TKO KO and the sub, but we like the sub most likely. Subs at plus 250 B. So it's juicy. I like it, but I'd like it a little bit juicier. He could ground and pound the fuck out of this in another century, correct?
Correct.
So I don't want to miss out on it. I think the money line is a better play because I always say fuck parlays and fuck props when you can go money line and just pick your side. I do like them when I have an edge. On this one here, we do favor St. Benoit St. Denis inside distance, negative 138. It's negative 275 for the money line. I mean, why? I just don't see why. But submission plus 250, I see a reason why you would fire on that, B, you know?
Yeah.
But you agree, absolutely, though, like why I think the money line is the better choice because the fact that I feel like Benoit St. Denis could just smother him on the ground and beat the fucking piss out of him and Herb can stop it.
Yeah, I can see that too. Okay, I definitely can see that.
All right, perfect. So I like the bet even better now. Me and Mr. B agree right down the line. Benoit St. Denis is going to dominate, penetrate, and annihilate Mr. fucking Gabriel Miranda. That'll be the first bet of the night for Cope's Corner. Looking forward to it.
Oh, Ryan. It's 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
I can't wait, bro. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, baby. Get my espresso. I get to chill and watch these fights, get the adrenaline rush. My boy JR Gomez is going to come over. We're going to be doing breakfast burritos, and then we're going to roll right into a barbecue for the noon time. Wish the fucking Mr. B and Ryan and everyone could freaking come over and actually chill. But all these states separate us, and it's just way too far. But one day we gotta all have a meetup and just get a big ass barbecue going down that I'll cook for all of us.
Oh, sure.
It would be so much fun, you know. So, but the next fight of the night B is a great one that you get to break down first. It is Nasruddin Imavov is taking on Joaquin Highlight Buckley.
This one's interesting. This is an interesting fight, but I'm looking at it like, but it is interesting. As we see, they got a little heat for one another, but it's pretty dope though. Monster.
Nasruddin was huge.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't like that. I was surprising.
It changed my whole mind state. See, that's why I switched my picks. Our show from Wednesday to Friday because these weigh-ins really show you like holy shit the size.
Yeah, man. Buckley's 15-4, 28 years old, 5'10 with the 76-inch reach out of St. Louis. Currently riding a 3-fight win streak. No problem, man. Beating Albert Duraev last fight. Word. Beating Albert Duraev last fight. He looked really good against Duraev. Abdul Razak Al Hassan, where he looked all right until the third round, where he looked really bad. And he beat Antonio Arroyo, which was really awkward because that man pretty much was super timid until he finally applied pressure and beat and knocked out Arroyo. Which Arroyo was a joke. I feel bad. Talk about a waste of a call up by the UFC. But yeah, man. The Al Hassan fight was pretty good because he used wrestling. He used the wrestling to get the takedowns and beat up on Al Hassan until the third round where he kind of gassed out. Al Hassan managed to beat him up. And Duraev, he defended the takedowns pretty damn good and beat up on Duraev and messed up the eye pretty much. Now we got Imavov, and Imavov trains with Cyril Gahn and all those dudes at Factory X. MMA Factory, there you go. That's a Factory X. MMA Factory with Cyril Gahn, Manon Fiorot, and a couple of those other people. Formerly Francis Ngannou before he left. But yeah, the Russian sniper, man, 11-3. Yeah, pretty solid team, man. 26 years old. And here's our fight. This is the fight now. 6'3", with a 75-inch reach. This is gonna cause
And
a
they
couple
said white
problems.
man can't jump, B.
Out of Dagestan, out of Dagestan and Russia, man. Currently riding a 2-fight win streak, and he was pretty damn good, being Edmund Shabazzian and beating Ian Heinisch. His loss was against was it Phil Hawes? Yeah, Hawes beat him. Hawes beat
Yeah,
him with the
wrestler, a
wrestling and the
hardcore wrestler who's
yeah,
hugging nuts for his life.
yeah, and Hawes didn't look good when Imavov managed to snap the shots in, get his shots. His strikes were pretty damn solid, damn near curled up Hawes, but Hawes' wrestling and the clinching kind of saved him there. Heinisch, he managed to out wrestle Ian Heinisch, which is friggin' amazing when you think about it. But then again, he is Dagestani, so it's kind of like, it's in the blood, I don't want to be, but yeah, it is. And Edmund Shabazzian, poor Edmund. But going back here now, Buckley's wrestling's kind of improved the offensive and defensive wrestling a little bit. I think he needs to pressure a little bit more with the striking. Got to be aware and put the takedown defense on high alert, though. Imavov's reach and his selection of strikes is pretty damn good. He uses his range quite well. Is when you smother him, is that he kind of becomes a problem. But when he's aware of certain things, he kind of knows how to switch things up and get these takedowns. A couple takedowns here and there, not all the way. He likes to use his wrestling a little bit on the defensive end, I notice. Against Edmund, he kind of just said whatever, fuck it, and just got him down whenever he needed to get him down, beat him up whenever he needed to beat him up. At first, I wanted to take Buckley on this fight.
Until you saw the
then I was like, I seen the weigh-in, and I seen the way this man looked, and I said, God damn, he's gonna put that size on Buckley.
Did you see Buckley pull out his cell phone so fucking nervous he didn't know what to do before MMA got even announced? He pulled out a cell phone. You saw that?
No, I didn't really quite peep that.
Okay, well, either way, I'm very weird, and you guys also, you have your own things, and everyone has their own things, and I don't hate on anyone's way of looking at things, but I like to look at the energy of people, like to look at the body language, and that's why I switched the show from Wednesday to Fridays, right? So when I watched I watched the weigh-in specifically just for the body language of a man looking into another man's eyes. And I look up and I look for their body language, even up to the actual spot that they lock horns, because there's a lot of like nervousness, energy. You put your hands in your pockets as a sign of nervousness. If you pull your cell phone out, I originally thought he was pulling his cell phone out to film the actual interaction. So I was gonna be like, okay, no worries, that's why he did that. But he also turned his back to his opponent, which I don't like the disrespect of that in the beginning. So there was a lot of things that were going through my mind. I was walking Buckley kind of the whole time in my mind until the weigh-ins. So I really do pay these weigh-ins mean a lot to me, B, and so what you saw is what I saw.
Yeah, just like he just looked at him like, bruh. It's like, oh, I'm not looking at like, oh shit.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but it was just like goes with
it's a good point, man. I'm like, damn, I didn't realize Imavov was this tall compared to this man Buckley until you see it.
And Buckley's Achilles heel is what? Size and smothering, right?
Size and smothering, pretty much, yeah. Because Hassan managed to do that in the third round. And we kind of seen that with Kevin Holland, where Kevin Holland fought him too, where he managed to smother him up a bit and use the reach, kill him on the reach pretty much. And I think Nasruddin Imavov has the skills to play the reach game, and if Buckley tries to close in and get those takedowns, the necessary takedowns. So even though I'm looking at Buckley and I know Buckley could throw those types of shots, those types of kicks and shit like that, I may lean Imavov, and I might just do that. I might take Imavov on this one, man.
Hey B, so I have instincts, and if I was in Vegas like I was in Vegas last time for the fights for Edwards versus Usman 2 and whatnot. If I was in Vegas right now, and I'm gonna do it here too, but I'm gonna call it the Paris parlay, and it's gonna be the first fight on the Paris parlay is going to be Benoit Saint Denis. The second leg is going to be Imavov, and the third leg is going to be the main event, Cyril Gane. I'm just saying, B, those are the three. What do you feel? You off the bat, what do you think about that? The Paris parlay.
The Paris parlay kind of sounds like it makes sense.
It makes
sense, man. It makes sense.
Like 50 cent, like 50.
Yeah, make that 50. Make that 50.
Hey, shout out to 50 from is he from the BX or no? From down lower?
Jamaica, Queens.
Is that lower? Where's that at? Okay.
Yeah, it's lower. Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, at least I knew that. I don't know your full parts, and I know it wasn't Bronx for sure, but the BX is pretty hard, so he could have been pretty much, right? I mean, it's similar, no?
Yeah, it's kind of similar. Queens is a little bit, it's not even a little. It's kind of a lot more rowdy, man. But
really, is it really that much crazier than from over there? Because your spot's crazy, bro. We have, we're crazy. I'm from LA. It gets crazy here, but I see the subway in New York. You could die,
yeah,
you could die.
No. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's true. I would say the Bronx is a little bit more crazy than Queens. There's certain areas in Queens you shouldn't be at.
Yeah.
But I'll say, the Bronx is a little crazier than Queens. But we fail in comparison to Brooklyn. Brooklyn has to be the rowdiest place to be at.
Hey, that BX Connect, that BX, that's where it be?
Word.
The next fight of the night is Fares Ziem taking on McCall Figlak. And I didn't really care about this fight until this weigh-in, bro. And that's why I love these weigh-ins. You're going to go into it first, B. But you saw how the Figlak was fired up.
Yo, I'm happy to see this guy Figlak come in here into the UFC.
B, don't tell me that you like Figlak too.
I like Figlak. We're taking Figlak. There's multiple reasons why we're taking Figlak.
Get into some shrimp gumbo, some shrimp scampi with this shit. Let's get it.
So we got Figlak, man. Michael Figlak, Mikhail Figlak, Mad Dog, man, undefeated, 8-0. Our boy held some titles here and there, man. 26 years old, 5'10". What did you say? Currently riding a 10-fight win streak. Well, let me see if I can pull his reach real quick.
I know they don't have it on the.
They don't have it on here, but
if they don't have it on Tapology, they don't have it on UFC. But he's a purple belt in BJJ, while Mr. B looks at it, and these BJJ rankings mean a lot to me. I like to see him progressing. I like to see him going, advancing, especially.
They do. They have his reach.
What's the reach?
Wow,
I was feeling it.
They have a 70-inch reach. A 70-inch reach.
Welterweight reach.
Yeah. But yeah, this is not bad. Okay. Come out of Poland, of course. Undefeated. And he had a good wins, good solid wins. Nice talent. Really good talent, though. Came out of Cage Warriors. If I remember correctly, I'm not sure if he won a title in Cage Warriors.
Yes, he did.
Be off. Okay.
I thought he did.
I think he did.
Or was it Raged? It might have been Raged UK. It might have been Raged UK though, but I'm not sure. Hold on.
Yeah.
You keep talking.
But yeah, he's beating a lot of these guys by KO, TKOs, and decisions where he knows how to mix his game up. He knows how to mix his game up, and I like that. I like that. He knows how to strike, find his shots, switch it up for a little bit of the wrestling. He's in your face. That's one of the things that I like about him a lot. He is in your face. He knows how to use his range, goes in there and does his stuff, man. He's going up against Fares Ziem, though. Now, we know Fares.
Fares got long reach.
Yes, Fares is a very reachy boy. The smile killer, 12-4, man. 25 years old, 6'1" with the 75-inch reach, representing France. Last time he fought, he lost to Terrence McKinney by rear naked choke.
McKinney's a motherfucker. T-Rex. Shout out
T-Rex. Before that,
Right.
he beat Luigi Vendramini. No problem. And he beat Jamie Malarkey, both by decisions. But then before that, he lost to Don Madge by unanimous decision. And these are the things that we got to point out. Madge is a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Don Madge managed to put this man down and tie him up to win that fight for the most part. Terrence McKinney put that man down, tied him up, and submitted him for the most part. Fares Ziam had got released by the UFC after the McKinney fight.
Yep.
Because they lacked French fighters, he got re-signed by the UFC
for the card
to get into this fight, to get on this card. Yes, this French card. Those are the two reasons why I'm sitting there looking at this and saying, yeah, I'm definitely going to take Figlak on this one. Because when you sit out there and it's like, yo, I'm not doing nothing, you know, I'm out here. What am I going to do? Now you get the call up. Yeah, I'm going to come back. Here I go. I'm going to try to do my best to be out here. Figlak's sitting there like, yo, I'm definitely ready for this shit. I'm going to take Figlak. Figlak will be the pick here. I think Figlak's going to come out there. Ziam's going to try to do his best, and Figlak's going to be in his face. I know Ziam's going to probably be hype. I'm here in France, but you went from being released to, oh, shit, I got to fight in front of my home country, my hometown. Oh, boy, the pressure. Figlak is ready, man. So I'm taking Figlak in here, man. Taking Figlak.
I fucking love you, dude. Reading the weigh-ins, like I'm not about the ZM, dude. I think that he ain't about that life. And when I make those judgments that I'm usually pretty correct, bro. It's been proven a couple times lately, and we'll talk about Dominic Cruz another time, but we don't need to rip him any more than I've already done. Michael Figlak versus ZM just gives me those vibes of a type of a bout where Michael Figlak will fuck you up, and Fares ZM thinks that he's here. This is his hometown, that he's gonna be like there's a street in Paris that you're supposed to be from, that you're supposed to be hard. I don't give a fuck what street you're from Paris, anywhere in France at all. It is nowhere as hard as any street here in Los Angeles, any street in New York. Nowhere fucking close, bro. So, I mean, like, cool, bro. You're from Paris. You guys wave white flags, peace signs, and when we're trying to go to war, I don't know what that is, but it ain't the type of dude that I want to bet on. But Michael Figlak is the type of dude that I want to throw down some money on, B. The money line right now has Michael Figlak at a -200, B. So I'm going to be throwing down -200 on Michael Figlak to win this thing. So 2 units, Michael Figlak money line. I don't want to do inside distance or submission or whatnot, because Figlak could submit him. He could pound him out to unconsciousness. He could win a decision. Yeah. And because of that, I'd rather just do straight money. 2 units going down, Michael Figlak to do the damn thing. What's also dope is that I didn't even see the odds on that. And then they already had Michael Figlak as the favorite. He got bought down to be the favorite, but other people are seeing exactly what Mr. B and I are pointing out, and it's that Michael Figlak is really actually really talented, and Fares ZM is just here because he's from Paris, and that's my opinion. There's no way I would throw him in that Paris parlay. You know what I mean, B?
I feel you. I wouldn't either.
The next fight of the night is Dustin Stoltzov is taking on Ubazian Magomedov. I don't even know if I said his first name properly, but it was as good as I could do. Mr. B, can you? I don't know. Was it bad? How bad was it? It's a rough one.
It was a little rough, a little iffy.
So how do you say it?
Abusupian Magomedov.
There we go. Nice, B. I love it. Mr. B can pronounce it better than me. So either way, this fight is going to be actually a pretty decently interesting one. Most people know Dustin Stoltzov, but Magomedov is someone that a lot of people don't know a lot about. But Abus, he calls himself. No. He's 24, 4-1, 32 years young. He's 6'2" with a 78-inch reach. He's on a 2-fight win streak, fighting out of Dosendorf or Germany, the Deutschland. He last took on Cesare Kisuk, and he won by guillotine choke round 2. That dude was 12-0, so he had a good record. Then the dude before that, he committed round 1. That dude had a no record, so that one gets a little suspect. Then he lost to Luis Taylor, who's Luis Taylor, OG veteran, PFL 2018. So you can't really hate on him losing left hook to a guy like Luis Taylor. That was, that's a lot of experience to handle in one big upgrade. But Sabu Sai, who Sarabu Sai, who did have some experience, he beat him, unanimous decision. So I mean, I'm very fond on this kid. I think he's long. I think he's strong. These Dagestanian dudes, they're freaking massively, and when they're massive, I mean not only massive in size, but their bone density and the way they get top position and top control, it really will fuck with you. And he's taking on a guy, Dustin Stoltzov, who's naturally a wrestler from America, 14-4. He's 30 years old. He's 6 foot with a 75-inch reach. Fighting out of PA, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where the Copenhagen started the clan. So, I mean, that's about the best thing that I really want to say about this dude. He just lives near where my family began, our whole tribe. But he took on Dwight Grant. He beat him by unanimous decision. But I don't credit that because Dwight Grant shows you he quits. And he shows you that if you just get past round 1.5, that you could beat him. So, because once again, a wrestler, jiu-jitsu guy had more wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and stamina than a guy like Dwight Grant. Dustin Stoltzov beat him by unanimous decision. He lost to GM3, rear naked choke, round 3, so he's a tapper. Rodolfo Vieira, round 3, he's a tapper, rear naked choke. But both those guys, badass BJJ black belts. You can't hate on them at all. So, I mean, I don't like tappers. I cannot bet on them at all, B. But this dude's lost by punches. He's been napped. His size difference on this weigh-in, B. You saw the size difference on these two?
Yeah.
This is another one. This is another one where instantly I saw it and I was like, holy shit. Oh, hell no. I can't back Dustin Stoltzov. There ain't no hell no, no way. Negative 275 Magomed is right now. I think that might be right. I don't know. We will see, but I believe he opened up at 220, negative 220. Yep, he opened up at. And now he's at negative 275. So sharp bettors are betting down Magomed. I think that's the right side. I like him. I think the size difference, I think that Stoltzov, he looked intimidated. When I looked at the weigh-ins, I didn't see anything that gave me anything towards Stoltzov, and I actually like the guy. So, you know what I mean, B? I'm going with Magomed here. I think he dominates, negative 275. What do you say, B?
This matchup is not a bad matchup. They matched this up pretty well.
What up, my dude?
Stoltzfus is wrestling.
Gomez, my buddy.
Yo. What's happening? Oh, snap. We got Emmanuel. What up, Emmanuel?
Oh, Emmanuel in the mix, bro. We miss you, my dude.
What's going on, brother? But yeah, man, it's a good matchup. We see Stoltzfus apply his wrestling now. He's using a lot more of his wrestling. His striking is okay. He has a pretty decent output. He has pretty decent cardio to put the wrestling together, man. We seen what he did to Dwight Grant, but we seen what the problem was with a lot of the other opponents before that. Mel. Hey, Mel, what's happening, Mel?
You. No worries. Appreciate the like and subscribes.
You live in Arizona now, Manuel?
Damn,
nice.
It's hot. Hey, it was 105 here today, Emmanuel. How hot over there? Rip it, B.
Yeah, man. And Stoltzfus, he's looked pretty okay, but not pretty okay. He needed a win. He beat Dwight Grant. I don't want to, Dwight Grant. You know what I mean? But Mir Sharp beat him. Mir Sharp beat him. A couple other folks before that beat. Well, what was his name? Vieira beat him.
Yep.
I forgot who beat him before that, but he's all right.
Kyle Dawkins.
There you go. Kyle Dawkins did. There you go. But then we got Magomedov, man, and Magomedov. I haven't seen Magomedov fight in a while, but from what I remember from that first season of the PFL, he was pretty damn good. Really good. Oh, what an Army vet! Yeah, he grabs up on the necks. Long rangey guy, but quick to snatch her back, quick to try to put the punches on you. and use the strikes. He really uses his range pretty well. And if people try to close in, he either looks for the takedown or looks to get a guillotine choke or a guillotine into the scramble to get your back or whatever. I like his work, man. I like his work. Unfortunately, he did get knocked out by Lewis Taylor. That's a whole different story. Lewis set him up. And it was pretty
Taylor
clean.
deserved that money.
Hell yeah, man. That man was an OG for a minute. That was his last run. And that man said, yo, I'm out of here. I won that million. Let me go home. But yeah, man, I'm going to take Magomedov on this one. I like how Magomedov is based on what I remember him from before fights, past fights. Really good guy. I think he can handle the takedown attempts from Stoltzfus, keep that fight standing. I think he has the better striking than Stoltzfus of the two. And I'm looking for him to scramble up and wrestle up a little bit more in Dustin. Give him a hard time the same way Vieira did, and it's more so how Mearshart did. And put pedal to the metal. Get this win here. Yes, sir.
You think that we could add him to the Paris parlay, because I feel like we can.
You want to add him to the Paris parlay?
I mean, we don't have to. I just so look. We do that. Let me just show you the numbers, because the more I don't parlays. Listen, I don't give a fuck who you are. Parlays are not smart. Even if I do one, I might be a fucking fabulous bettor. Do not parlay every fucking weekend. You will lose money. I don't want to be responsible for it. I am not responsible for it. But when I throw down a parlay, it really fucking means that I see a lot of talent in a lot of places. Now, let's just, with that said, with that disclaimer, okay? I'm not responsible for your money. Do not fucking bet money that you cannot afford to lose and will not be willing to lose, okay? Call Gamblers Anonymous at 1-800-YOU-EAT-A-DICK, all right? I don't know, okay? Something like that. Okay, now, back to the original Paris parlay is Benoit Saint Denis is taking on Nasruddin Imavov and Benoit Saint Denis, Nasruddin Imavov, Cyril Gane is the original Paris parlay. That is with all those favorites. One of those favorites is a negative 650 in Gane. We're getting a value at plus 115, B. So I was going to throw $200, 2 units to win $230.77. That's the Paris parlay. That's the one that I felt like if I was in Vegas right now, that's the one I'm throwing my money down like I did last week on the 3-fight parlay that we cashed for Cope's Corner. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
With that said, now you know the odds, plus 115. Yeah. Now if I add Magomedov, right? And I throw the 200, we win 374 and 36 cents. And it's plus 187. So that 187 fucking Samuel L. Jackson, shout out to one of the best movies ever made. If you haven't seen 187, are you done? You fucking weak, you soft kid. But go to that so it's plus 187 for the 4 of them. But when I drop the Magomed, I'm at plus 115. I'm not feeling like we're getting enough value adding a whole nother favorite, even though I do believe in them. But you know what I mean, B? What do you think?
All right, so keep it all French, man. Keep it all Paris. Keep it all Paris.
No Dagestani, because it can't be a Paris parlay if they're not from France.
Yeah. So we gotta keep it like that. That's like how you do the UK. Just how you do the UK.
All right, good. Hey, that's why that's what I'm talking about. Make sure I don't do nothing stupid around here for you guys and our money.
We're gonna keep it like that.
My boy, I'm Tim the Toolman Taylor. He's Al Borland. You fucking make sure you listen to him. Sometimes you listen to me, but I'm fucking just trying to rev that engine up to get that engine going, baby. Let's get it going. Nice. The bigger, the better, the more cheddar. So that's what I was trying to make you. So Mr. B just keeps it down to another level where he's like, that white boy crazy, B. How many times, Mr. B gets messages all the time. They're like, cancel that fucking white boy. Cancel that white boy, B. I don't know how you with that white boy. He talking all that shit. I never talked shit once about one specific person ever. I hate each individual group equally. I don't like assholes. So if you're an asshole in an individual group, I don't like you. I like all races of all kinds. I like all good energy. So you can never call me a racist because I don't even like my own people if they're assholes. I'll call them one straight up to their face. You should not be an asshole. You should be giving good vibes. giving good energy. That's how you should be. And so I don't like even people separating us with all kinds of things, but I'm not going to get into it because I almost got into some fucking politics and stuff, and that would get crazy. And I never do that stuff. So we're here to have fun, and we're here to get in the grind, make some money on some bets. But I appreciate you, B, always keeping us in line. That was the last fight on the
Army Vet. I'm gonna punch you, Army Vet. You gotta keep asking me how to fight you full of crap,
dude. So B,
what's up?
I'm so glad you didn't have to wear a Pena fucking outfit. You know, like we almost had to. It was crazy. I almost had to have a Dominic Cruz haircut, which my barber can't do, bitch. And you almost had to actually wear a Pena fucking outfit, which would have been terrible. You know, so but
we dodging bullets over here. We dodging bullets.
We skate right through. Bullets. But the first fight on the main card is one of the best fights of the night. You get to talk about it first, B. Charles Air Jourdain is taking on Nathaniel Wood. Let's get it.
So we got Charles Jourdain, man, out of Canada. What's wrong with me? 13-5-1, man. 26 years old, 5'9", 69-inch reach out to Montreal, Quebec, Canada, man. Dude. Currently riding a one-fight lose. Well, he lost his last fight, man. Couldn't be helped. What the hell's going on? He lost to, if I remember correctly, it was Shane Burgos, right? It was Burgos.
Yep.
He fought Shane Burgos.
Burgos was a monster. That was a close one, though.
Yeah, it was a close fight. It was a close fight.
One than I thought. Majority decision. Majority decision in New York City. So remember that, folks.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Can't really hate on it. Other than that, he's fought Andre Ewell. He's fought a couple other cats, too. Hold on, my fault. Because I got to pull this up real quick. Hold up.
Oh my God. Hey, so I got $5 against my best friend because he's talking shit in the chat right now. He's fucking he's got a Woody for Wood, and I got Charles Air Jourdain for the fame. So let's get it.
So yeah, he lost to Shane Burgos, but he beat Lando Venata, caught him by guillotine choke, beat Andre Ewell, lost to Julian Arosa, beat Marcelo Rojo. The boy is a firecracker, man. Dude got crazy kickboxing skills, as I talk about the Canadian fighters. Super technical with his striking. Really random strikes, boy. He got an crazy spinning back kick. Nice body kicks. I love his body work, though. When he throws to the body, pretty good stuff, man. He's going up against the prospect Nathaniel Wood, who's 18-5, man. Former Cage Warriors champion. Representing the UK. 29 years old, 5'6", 69-inch reach. Out of Great Britain top team. Last fight was his debut at featherweight against Charles Rosa, which was just a while ago, last week ago. Yeah, beat Charles Rosa.
Lean forward, just
clean Charles Rosa's clock. Rosa's clock. Casey Kenny, he had lost to unanimous decision, but that was in bantamweight though. John Castaneda, he beat, lost to Dodson in that crazy fight, but beat Keonez, Jose Keonez, Andre Ewell, Johnny Eduardo, and he had a crazy streak in the Cage Warriors there. Let's keep going though. What?
What is this for?
Yo, Army, I'm gonna punch you in your head, bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna punch you in your head. Army be playing.
She likes to fuck with you. I love it.
But yeah, man. I like this matchup a lot. These guys are two technical kickboxers, two technical strikers. I feel that Daniel Wood uses his jiu-jitsu a little bit stronger than Jourdain, though. I feel Jourdain is gonna have a lot more power in the strikes. I feel Wood is gonna keep trying to bulk up, get a little bit more that size. I'm not sure how fully he is in that size. He did handle Rosa, but that's Rosa though. Disappointment to Boston.
Yeah, man. We don't want to talk about him.
But Jourdain is gonna come out here ferocious. I like Wood. Pause. Nathaniel Wood. But I think this is Jourdain's fight to win here, man. I feel Jourdain's gonna come out here a lot more pressure. The stronger of the two. I feel Jourdain's gonna take this one, man. Jourdain had that fight with Burgos where he could have finished Burgos. He managed to let Burgos get the grappling up on him.
I love when we agree.
I don't think that Jourdain's gonna let that happen again. I think he's gonna come out there with a point to prove, and he's gonna try to dog out Nathaniel Wood, man. I like Nathaniel Wood, as I said, against Charles Rosa, but we're definitely gonna take Jourdain on this one. This one's gonna be a nail bite of a fight, a really fun fight. But I think Jourdain's going to come out here with the W, man.
First round's going to be a little bit hairy and a little bit scary. But, I mean, that's UFC betting, and that's going to be a lot of fun. But, dude, I love when Mr. B agrees with me. So you saw the size difference between the two of these two also, right?
Yes, I did. Yes,
I don't care if it says 5'9" versus 5'6", and 69-inch reach versus 69-inch reach. I don't give a fuck. That's like inflated stats, like an MLB baseball card, or like your weight in high school when you're trying to tell them that you're a little bit heavier than you were. There's no way that they're the same size of a person. And the striking, to me, I just believe that Charles Jourdain striking is too far advanced. I feel like he's been in way more true, legit wars, like wars that we can actually agree, like, oh, this dude's got a fucking chin. This dude's been banged. This dude fucking has street cred. This dude I've seen in wars. Can you tell me one time where you've seen, Nathaniel Wood in like a war where he came out like, where you were like, oh my God, super impressive. I'm going to go through his bouts right now. Charles Rosa, he beat, don't care. Casey Kenny, he lost to. That's the one I should have cared. Didn't. He lost. I bet against him here on a Kope's Corner. We cashed it 2 years ago. Get it, baby. So I'm telling you right now, I like Charles Jourdain here. I think that they're setting him up with a nice fight. After the fact, he lost the majority draw there in New York City. I feel like the UFC knows that they owe him a little bit of help, a little boost, a little volleyball toss, and I feel like this is a spot here for Kope's Corner to cash again. And I'm going to be throwing down on Charles Jourdain on 5 dimes. -150 is the number. I'm throwing down $150. 1.5 units on Charles Jourdain to absolutely give Nathaniel Wood blue balls. So we shall see next week. My boy J.R. Gomez in the chat. I got $5 against him. And if he's against me, that's a for sure bet, because all I do is take his money, baby. So cash it right now. Call it like the Mayweather bet, when the bookies in England were already cashing bets before the bout even started. So next week we'll be here to talk about Charles Jourdain, Nathaniel Wood. But next fight of the night is William Gomez taking on Jarno Aarons. Let's see. Jarno Aarons is 13-3-1. He is 27 years young. He's 5'11" they don't have a reach listed. One fight winning streak, fighting out of the Netherlands. He last took on a guy named Asher Abdullah, and who's 7-2. He won by unanimous decision. Then he lost to a guy named Mert Ozilibium. I don't even care to pronounce that right. B might be able to do it. He lost to him unanimous decision. Then he beat a guy by punches round 1. That guy was 23-7-1. So, I mean, it's like wishy-washy back and forth with having some kind of skill or some kind of experience with the people he's fighting. Like, some of them had talent, some didn't. Some did, some didn't. And so it's like back and forth, and I really don't know exactly what you get with that kid. But I do know that he is very tall. I believe he was right. B, wasn't he taller than I thought when he walked with Gomez? Because I thought Gomez was going to be taller than him. Gomez is listed at 6 foot. This dude was listed at 5'11". But realistically, when they walked up to each other at the weigh-ins, William Gomez, who I thought was going to be taller, have a longer reach. He called himself the Jaguar. He's 10-2. This dude's 25 years young, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach, fighting out of France as well. 8-fight win streak. I immediately was leaning like, oh, this guy immediately is going to be the guy that you should back. I liked his punches, just shadow boxing even. He wins by most of his fights ground and pound. The last 2 of them, guillotine choke, KO, TKO. He's lost by heel hook, which I really don't even count as a submission loss, even though it is a submission loss, because I don't want you fucking up my legs either. So that was earlier in his career. So this is two fighters back and forth. I don't really know because there's not a lot to go off of besides otherwise the Gomi is from France. Gomi has some really good straight punches and he's a finisher. Jaro Aaron's, could possibly do a little upset here too. He might be just an equal in as equal of wars. But initially, I had Gomez picked, I leaned. I felt like he was going to be more athletic, longer, better reach. But when they weighed in at the weigh-ins, I got a different feeling. And so that kind of just threw me off. But I'm going to go Gomez. That was my initial read. And I want to hear what Mr. B says about this one because he always has something elaborate to say on when I don't know a fighter. But I know he knows about Gomez, and I know shit about him.
So you taking Gomez?
I'm taking Gomez. I just because I felt it, but I also felt like Aaron's was here to upset him.
I think this is weird because I did the watching during this week. I did the watching during Gomez this week, and Gomez seems to be raw.
Yeah, I know.
He's a striker. He got great power.
Let's see. Hold on 1 second.
He's pretty fast.
The odds say negative 225 Gomi. That's a little steep. I don't know about that, B. That's fucking crazy.
He has power. He has some serious power. And he's very, very fast. Those are things I could tell you. He's quick. He's strong. He got the power, as I said. But our boy Aaron's on the other hand.
You want to say hi?
Hey,
my big boy Dede. Say hi.
Hi.
Say
hello.
Say thank you for tuning. Say thank you.
Thank you
for tuning.
Tuning
into what is that? Say Cope's Corner.
Cope's Corner.
Yeah.
Hey.
My little boy just walked in, so I wanted him to jump on. Sorry, guys.
Awesome.
That's my little boy Damien. He's named after Damien Maya, one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world. Demian, same exact way spelling and everything. So just absolute love my little boy. Just wanted him to jump on. Sorry about that, B.
Nah, no problem, man. Come on now.
He's a little cute. He's a stud, dude. He's so cool.
Awesome, though. Awesome. But yeah, man. Gomez fast, got a lot of KOs. This dude, Aaron's, however, is kind of interesting. Aaron's is from the Netherlands. Netherlands, they kickboxers, primarily kickboxers. But this dude could grapple. He got wrestling. He got jiu-jitsu. He has really good jiu-jitsu skills, which is kind of surprising. You got the Overeems and them of the world. He's out there training with some of those guys. He has really good grappling skills. His striking is pretty good. He's really technical. And as I say, he uses wrestling, which is surprising because not that many folks from the Netherlands know about that. Know about wrestling, right? Kind of like the UK,
The French don't know about wrestling either, and I'm not trying to be a hater.
Yeah. So, we could possibly get an upset. The thing I'm worried about is that Gomi's KO power, and that's the thing. Yep. It's the speed advantage that this guy kind of has on here. That's the thing that worries me. So I was teetering on this one between taking Aaron's for the upset or Gomi's going to probably come in here. Gomez is going to land some big shots early, often, and just fold this guy up. This is very tough.
Damn, I'm glad you're convicted. So
I think I might take Gomez though. I might take Gomez because I might take Gomez though because, well,
no bet. Don't care.
He said I might take Gomez. It's a little bit of a risky one if you're gonna bet it.
Well, yeah,
because of the advantages. Because of the
225, bro, and that's a lot for a newcomer. We don't know.
Yeah. It's a very sketchy fight, kind of sketchy bet, because of the way Aaron's skill set. But as you said, Gomez could easily come in here and just hit this man on some like David Onama, Gabriel Benitez type shit and just bulldoze right through this man and land crazy killer shots and put him
Emmanuel,
away.
don't be racist, bro. I'm just kidding. Just messing around.
So it's like, damn, I don't know. For pick, I'll take Gomez just for pick. As for bet, I don't know, man. It could possibly be an upset.
Yeah, so
it could be an upset.
So look, because the line is where it is, I'm picking Gomez because that's who I felt like in the weigh-ins, right? But
yeah,
I'm just saying I felt something fishy here when they lined up. Aaron's was just as big, and I didn't expect that. I thought that Gomez was going to be taller, that he was going to be a little bit bigger, so those punches would have meant a little bit more to me. But with that said, so because B is leaning towards Jarino Evans as well, or like in this, like he feels there's something weird here. Now I have to investigate a little bit further, and let's check out Aaron's. B. So do you think Aaron's gets a finish, or do you think that it would be a decision?
I don't know. If I was to look at Aaron's, right, and check this fight out, like Aaron's could probably get the decision, right?
He's a decision winner, bro.
But the thing is, if you look at Gomez could get this finish.
Oh, yes.
The other thing that we got to take into consideration is that Gomez is on an 8-fight win streak. Our boy Aaron's had lost just a little while ago.
Yeah.
Just a little while ago. And Gomez is on a streak.
Yeah.
Where he got ground and pound, he got a choke in between.
And if you look at Aaron's record, like there's nothing there that I care about. I don't give a fuck about any of his wins. Even when he wins, he doesn't beat anyone up. They're all like the last 5 of his fucking fights have won the decision. 4 of 5. I mean, you're weak. That's just so weak, bro. So I'm going Gomez all fucking day. I'm almost about to bet it because I feel like this dude's fucking fake now.
You want to add him into your parlay?
But I fucking feel. Let's check it out. I don't know though. But if you feel like
I don't know, that's the one thing I don't know either.
No, I don't add.
He's a new guy. He's a new guy. We can't add him.
And you know how I feel about newcomers. So if I had a little bit more, I would warn Gomez. I felt Gomez all day. So I'm gonna stay with Gomez. It's the same, almost last name as my boy, the Mexican fucking Chicano fucking Gomez, my best friend JR Gomez. So either way, I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm going Gomez. I don't care with the odds. I don't care the number. I feel like Aaron's is kind of fake, bro.
What's the props?
The props are which prop do you want first?
What's the KO?
Aaron's or Gomez?
Gomez KO? On Gomez side.
Okay, sorry. Gomez TKO KO is plus 188.
Oh shit.
I know. I like that number.
Oh shit.
So what's inside this?
I do like that. I like that.
So Gomi inside distance is plus 130. I like that better though. Because we get both. You don't think you can do sub or TKO KO?
I think you can get KO TKO.
TKO KO for him is 188, but plus 130 is inside distance.
Yeah.
So do you want so if his best way is knocking him out on the feet, right, B?
On the feet or on the ground. Because he got ground and pound. He got TKO wins on ground and pound as well.
Okay, so so I'm almost down to throw a unit on the plus 188. Go me by TKO KO. What do you think about it?
I can take that. I'll take that.
Right. It's good, right?
And I'll take that with you. Yeah, I'll take that with you. Yeah.
So I'm going to be throwing down one unit plus 188. William Gomez, TKO KOs, Jarno Aaron's. I just don't believe he's about that life, and I need him to pay the consequences or prove that he deserves to be here. But we shall see till next time. But Manuel, you haven't been here the last few weeks, but we just been cashing motherfucking bets just nonstop. Last 2 events, $1,600. Plus 800 on each event. It just don't stop. Free show. Please like the fucking video, comment, subscribe, give your boys some vibes. Me and Mr. B, the KOPE, doing it for free every single week. I mean, I don't know what else that you guys want. There's damn paid touts They cannot give out as good advice as me and Mr. B get into. The next fight of the night is Nasra Hakaras is taking on John Mcdesi. And this is one of those ones right off the bat. I'm automatically Nasra Hakaras. Automatically. I don't fucking care. I don't need to break it down any further. I don't need to say anything. I don't need to like Nasra Hakaras is gonna beat the fuck out of John Mcdesi. Double leg, single leg, dump. Single leg, double leg, dump. Absolute penetrate, dump. Take his back, hooks in, triangle, choke, maybe dump. He's gonna be dead. I don't really care. I just really don't feel like John Mcdesi has a chance at all. And if Nasra Hakaras stands, possibly southpaw, he could fucking clip John Mcdesi in his chin, which has been proven to be glass at times as well. So I know that I didn't break it down, but John Mcdesi, 18-7, he called himself the Bull, but I ain't no fool. He's 37 years old. He's 5'8" with a 68-inch reach. He's on a one-fight win streak, fighting out of Quebec, Canada. I love me some Canadians, but he's not him. Justin L from Vancouver, my dude, sponsor of the show, always freaking backed me ever since. That's a Canadian I could get back into. But a lot of you fools are soft. And even my boy from Canada will tell you, you ain't about that life. And so when it comes to John Mcdesi, not really sure. I don't think he has it at all. He last took on Bajon Diaz, a young buck. He won by split decision. Cool. Trinaldo, old man, he lost unanimous. Pinedo, he won by unanimous. Unanimous, and he wins. When he loses, wheel kick, retirement, head kick, punt, like all kinds of stuff. So I'm not obviously, as you can tell, a fan of John Mcdesi. But it's not just that. Looking into it in general, I mean, right off the bat, Mcdesi showed no emotions at the weigh-ins. In my notes, if you look at, like, you really need to see emotions from these older fighters. If you see an older fighter walk up to a face-to-face and they don't care and they're not showing emotions and they're not fully there, you better fucking believe this dude could possibly get his motherfucking ass kicked. He's taking on Nasra Hakaras, 13-5. He's 27 years young, 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He's coming out of Hamburg, the Deutschland, Germany. Obviously, Germany and Deutschland, same thing, but just for you guys who don't know, I say them both. From TriStar affiliation, and Mr. B and I both know they've both been up there with Firas Zahabi. So not only does Zahabi know this dude's game plan, like it's going to be very helpful for Nasra Hakaras with the fact that John Mcdesi has been there at camp. They know each other well. I'm absolutely positive that Nasrat took him down, smothered him, completely dominated him on the ground like I did my lady last night. But that's besides the point. He last took on Nasrat Hakaras did was Bobby Mean Green. Bobby Green is a bad motherfucker, OG veteran. He lost unanimous decision. You cannot hate on going all rounds with a motherfucker like Bobby Green, and Mr. B will elaborate on that later. He then took on Dan Hangman Hooker. Hangman Hooker is a long, tall, lanky, strong, tough motherfucker who's been banging with some of the baddest motherfuckers there is. I don't care if he's lost to a lot of them. Dan Hooker's tough as fucking bricks, long, very awkward, very weird matchup. Unanimous decision loss for Nasrat. He beat Rafa Garcia. He beat Alex Munoz. Drew Dober, round 1, lost 2. So he just, veterans, Nasrat has a problem with. John Mcdesi is a veteran, but at the weigh-ins, the body language, everything, Nasrat seems like he has it. He knows something I don't. I felt it at the weigh-ins. I'm going Nasrat all fucking day. Before I throw down something crazy, I'm going to ask B, what the fuck do you think about this matchup between Nasra Hakaras versus John Mcdesi?
All right. So you said you seen something. You said you don't think John got it in him. You said Nasra all day.
All day.
I have to say something. It might disappoint you. Nasra Hakaras has not been the same. He has not been the same since he got KO'd by Drew Dober.
True. Drew Dober is a beast.
This man, Nasrat, was finishing folks. He was catching decisions. He had finishes. Dober knocked this man out. This man became a decisionator. He was a decisionator. Yes. 2 wins by decision. Then he got handled by Dan Hooker, who's on a losing streak. Dan Hooker was his one win in many a years since Dan Hooker's gotten the win.
Yeah.
Dan Hooker's one win is against Nasra Hakaras. You need to put this into consideration, Mike.
I put it in. It's put in.
Now, Bobby Green is a whole nother story. Bobby Green is an OG veteran who's part of the list of who's who. Just come on now, man. That experience is
reach. It's the reach.
Yeah, and that reach was beating him up.
Different. This guy's 5'8", B. 5'8".
Now, John Mcdesi. Now, hold up. John Mcdesi, I understand he's an OG. The reaches are going to be a little different. A lot of the stuff is probably on Nasrat's side. John Mcdesi has looked pretty good in these past couple fights, man. And a healthy John Mcdesi is a dangerous John Mcdesi. A John Mcdesi with a point to prove is a dangerous John Mcdesi. And I don't know, man. Nasrat's going to look to try to fight up and, get his little thing in there. I don't know, but I think John might come out here and score the upset on poor Nasrat here, man.
How dare you,
I think John...
I'm willing to go to war on this one.
I think John might mix it up. Man. I know John's been got clipped before. He got beat up by some folks. But when John's healthy, it's a little bit of a scenario.
Negative 230 is the problem, B. Negative 230, Hakaras is not worth it.
And John, I know Nasra got the skills. Nasra got the skills. The pocket, the in and out the pocket with the crazy combinations are always good, man. But Dober managed to catch that man on something stupid as a leg kick.
How dare you talk about Dober? Dober is amazing. He's got a beautiful face, body. And Dober
made Hakaras throw the stupid leg kick, and this man blasted him into a KO. Come on, dog. I think Mcdesi's had enough kickboxing experience to know what to see and how to get things done in there, man. And I got a feeling this man Mcdesi might go out there and do something fantastic in France, man. It's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be a close fight.
B's going out he's going out on a limb there. I don't know. I just don't have enough faith in John Mcdesi, and I'm pretty good at reading these things, and I just don't feel like John Mcdesi is there at all, B. At all. My pick
is gonna be Mcdesi. I think Mcdesi is gonna spoil up on Nasra Hakaras, man.
All right.
But to what you say though, you have a lot of right reason to say that. Nasra come back. Nasra might knock this man into the shadow realm on Saturday. You know what I mean?
Hey, like I said,
it's there, but we gotta see. We're gonna see.
I'm pretty good at reading these and feeling these things. I've been watching UFC since UFC 1, and I don't feel like he's there. Mcdesi, I feel like he doesn't care. He knows it's one of his last fights. There's no way that I could bet on a fighter while they're going on retirement or close to it. I just don't. He did not. There was no anger, emotion. There was nothing. I didn't care about anger, like nothing at all during the weigh-ins. And I needed to see something to back him. And there's absolutely no way that I can. But the next fight of the night is going to be an absolute treat. You get to break down first. Roman Kopilov is taking on Alessio de Chirico from New York, baby, or from Italy. But he's really from. Does he live in New York, B?
Who?
Did Chirico live in New York and train with Weidman and them, or am I wrong?
No, I don't think so.
I'm wrong. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm wrong. He's from Maxim Fight Team. He looks like a guy that would train with Weidman over there in New York.
Probably would. He should, but he hasn't.
He definitely should.
Probably should though. Yeah.
That's called the Modelo. It worked.
Shit. But yeah, man.
All right, so you break it down.
Who we
first.
breaking it? I'm breaking us.
Yep, you got it first.
All right, cool, man. So we got Alessio de Chirico versus Roman Kopilov, man. So de Chirico, the middleweight, man. Manzo, right? Yeah, Manzo de Chirico, man. 13-6, 32 years old, 6 foot tall with the 74-inch reach, man. Represent Italy, Maximus Fight Team. Currently riding a 1-fight losing streak. where he lost against Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Got head kicked in 17 seconds in round 1, which still hurts my soul. But before that, he beat Joaquin Buckley by a head kick, 2 minutes and 12 seconds in round 1, which helped my soul. Zach Cummins, he lost to. Mahmoud Muradov, he lost to. And Kevin Holland, he lost to. Before that, he beat Julian Marquez and Oluwale Bambose. God bless Bambose. But yeah.
He could have been cool.
Bambose could have been cool, but that dude's chin is weak as hell, boy.
His cardio too.
Yeah, cardio is horrible. Chin just weak as hell. But you know what I mean? The Chirico's all right. Primarily the kickboxer. Takedown defense is pretty okay. He doesn't quite go for takedowns a lot. He likes to do a lot of this clenching with the knees and the short strikes. Occasional takedown, but mainly the clenching. He does a lot of stand-up stuff. Off his back, not really that great. Just pretty much holds you in position to try to get back up. Going up against Roman Kopilov, man, who's 8-2, 31 years old, 6 foot tall with the 75-inch reach, representing Russia. Currently riding a 2-fight losing streak. Primarily a Sambo practitioner. But weird. This guy is weird, man. So last time he fought Albert Duraev. This was back in 2021, where he lost on UFC 267. And he fought Carl Roberson and lost against Carl Roberson in his debut by rear naked choke in round 3. Carl Roberson, Albert Duraev, But he had a lot of fight nights, global fights, where he pretty much shows that he's good on the stand-up department. Primarily, he boxes. He doesn't really use his Sambo background, which is really weird. He always mainly tries to throw a lot more boxing combinations than kickboxing. But he has kickboxing, but he throws a lot more punches than anything else. His takedown defense is kind of weak. He doesn't really wrestle, as I mentioned, because he doesn't use the Sambo. Bruh, this is a fight that the Chirico should win. If I'm really going to be honest with you, this should be a fight the Chirico wins. If the Chirico just plays the distance game, throws the strikes in there, and just work Kapilov's body, because he's not going to have to worry about a takedown attempt because Kopilov don't really use takedowns. But Kopilov might come in here and try to blitz up on the Chirico. But even then, his output is not really that high. And he kind of stays stagnant in some of these fights. Well, in the fight so far, he's been pretty freaking stagnant, man. I'll probably take the Chirico, bro. Oh, yeah, and on top of that, we got to take into consideration this man's last fight. Well, he fought to 2021. This fight before that was 2019. Then he came back in 2021 in October. So he hasn't really fought that often in a minute. I'll probably ride with the Chirico on this one. I'll take the Chirico. What do you think?
You got the Chirico? All right,
Yeah.
cool. This is a weird. I got Kopilov. I'm gonna go straight on. Just like that's who I got. That's an initial lean. That's who I felt. I felt no emotion, no energy. Once again, similar to Mcdesi with the Chirico. But you know he's the veteran. He has the more experience. Mr. B could be correct. There's no bet going down here on this fight here. But I got Roman Kopilov. I think that he's gonna be just a little bit too. Even though they say the same height and same reach or 1 inch reach advantage for Roman, I just feel like Kopilov is just almost like Chirico, but a little bit better, but not with less wrestling. Maybe I don't know. I don't feel any emotions towards Chirico to be able to be like, oh, I want to back him. But the next fight of the night is something that I could get into with Robert, the Reaper, Bobby Knuckles. Whitaker is taking on Marvin, the Italian Stallion, Vettori. Marvin, the Italian Dream, actually. I call him the Italian Stallion, so I had to actually make sure to say his nickname. 18-4 is Marvin Vettori, BJJ black belt, 28 years old, 6 foot with a 74-inch reach. He's on a 1-fight win streak. He's fighting out of Italy, baby, over there in Europe. Fighting out of King's MMA when he's over here on the mainland of the USA. He last took on Paulo Costa and he beat him by unanimous decision. Did whatever the fuck he wanted to. Israel Adesanya, he lost unanimous decision to, but Israel Adesanya is one of the greatest strikers to ever walk around. He beat Kevin Holm in the unanimous decision. Jack Hermanson, Carl Roberson, Andrew Sanchez. Dude, like the list just goes fucking on and on and on. Very rarely do I can ever go against Vettori. This dude, the pressure, the wrestling, his cardio, the chin. Marvin Vettori impresses as much as you want to hate on him to the highest degree, and it's very, very. He's kind of like Colby Covington almost of that division. He's taking on Robert Whitaker, the Reaper Whitaker, not Bobby Knuckles is what we like to call him. He's 23-6. He's 31 years old. He's 6 foot with a 73.5-inch reach. He's on a 1-fight losing streak, fighting out of Australia, baby, from down under. Last took on Israel Adesanya. He lost a unanimous decision himself. Kelvin Gastelum, he lost a unanimous decision because of the pressure and because of all the wrestling takedowns and whatnot. Jared Cannonier. Oh, sorry. Retarded. Beat Israel Adesanya. Won Gastelum because Gastelum was outside. Beat Jared Cannonier because of the unanimous decision. Beat Darren Till. Darren Till's, I can't even tell what is. And then lost to Israel Adesanya. Both these dudes have both lost to Israel Adesanya 2 times in a row, and which is pretty crazy. Let me see. Vettori lost twice, but he never got knocked out, right? No, they're all decisions.
Nah,
so that's where Vettori wins me over. Even though I love me some Bobby Knuckles, I love me some of the Reaper. I've watched the weigh-ins, the energy the Vettori gave me, the fucking vibes, the Robert Whitaker went to reach for her hands. Vettori took it away because he felt that angry where he's like, no, fuck you. I ain't fucking giving no respect. I was joking. And so I like that shit. I love when they don't give the respect because this is a fucking fight and you better be ready to die today. Unlike Dominic Cruz, is a good day to die today then. It seems like a good day to die today. Well, actually, Vettori and Whitaker, it is a good day to die today because they actually about that life. But I feel like Vettori is a little bit more about that life in the sense. And when I watched everything, I wanted to pick Whitaker. I wanted to back him. I felt like his striking is too much because it is better than Vettori's. But the size, when I watched Vettori line up with Whitaker, the disrespect, and I saw Whitaker like face change, that he realized like, oh, this guy has no respect for me. It swung me towards Vettori, which is crazy. And I'm gonna fucking go with my initial guns and say that Robert Whitaker is gonna win because of his striking, but the weigh-ins swing me completely the opposite way, and I feel like Marvin Vettori is here to dominate, kill. He's here to die on his shield, which he might do from a head kick from my boy Wicked Whitaker. But if Bobby Knuckles ain't there, I don't know what the fuck I got. And, like Forrest Gump, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, and I need to know what I'm going to get. I know with Vettori, I'm going to get an absolute blockhead who's going to wrestle, have cardio, and be there for almost all 5 rounds. So that's why I want to switch my initial lean. So it's like back and forth, and I never do it. I always go straight with my Whitaker. That was my initial, but I'm actually going to flop. I'm going to flip and flop like I had my girl last night. I'm going Vettori, and I'm going with the underdog. And it just is what it is, B. What do you have to say?
All right, first off, we got Team Money in here. What's up, Team Money?
My boy in the house. Team Money.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I know.
This fight.
He is dumb as rock sometimes. But if Whitaker ain't there, what the fuck do we got, B or T? We ain't got a lot.
Boy, this is gonna be good, man. This is gonna be good. Because Robert
That's crazy.
Whitaker,
That's
other
crazy,
than
JJ.
losing,
Over 2.5.
to Izzy, other than losing to Izzy, Robert Whitaker has not lost yet, man. Other than Izzy, non-title fights, he has not lost really in the middleweight division.
He's a fucking blockhead.
He's been out here, man, improving, getting a lot more better, getting to his fundamentals and his striking, putting the jab out there a lot
3
more,
rounds.
getting his
3
rhythm,
rounds.
nice, good footwork and keeping the space for the kicks. I like how he always shoots the head kick and his body kicks. Here's the thing though, man. We talking about that guy on the other side, man. Marvin Vettori. Now, regardless of how hard-headed Marvin Vettori is or how much of a psycho he seems to be, Marvin Vettori is dead set on whooping you when fights start, bro. When it comes to fights, he is in it, man. He is in it to win it by any means. Although he did look like a clown against Israel Adesanya. Every other fight, he looked really, really good, man. Marvin is not, he doesn't have no crazy spectacular technique or anything. As you said, he is like Colby Covington, though. He is the Colby Covington of the middleweight division. He comes off brash. He has crazy cardio. His output is pretty damn solid. He can wrestle.
Yep.
He manages to get people down. He will beat you up. He keeps a crazy pace. You know, we seen him going to outwork. Was it? Oh my God, what's this dude? Jack Hermanson. We seen him work that dude. We seen him move up to a light heavyweight to fight Paulo Costa because Costa couldn't make weight and looked pretty damn good over there. You know what I mean? He pretty much assaulted Carl Roberson. You know, he's fought some of these guys, and it's like, bruh, what?
He's been around.
Now, we do understand though. Whitaker's looked good, as I said. Whitaker has been chin checked though. Jared Cannonier chin checked him. We seen Darren Till chin check him, and he got wobbled whenever he got chin checked, but he managed to recover though. Give him credit; he could recover them shots. You know, I think he's weathering a little bit from those wars with Romero a bit. Bless you. And
bless you.
I would say, Robert Whitaker might get this done. If Robert Whitaker could keep the distance, don't get too much in the grapple with Vettori. As we also know, Whitaker could wrestle as well. He's trying to get into the Olympics, the Commonwealth Games up in Australia. He tried to get some of that in there. So, he can wrestle a little bit, defend some takedowns maybe. But it's going to be about that pace that Vettori pushes. I wanted to take Whitaker like you too, man. I was believing in Whitaker, I think Whitaker could go out here and just jab up, keep the jabs going and a couple strikes here and there. But Vettori is a tough out, man. What if Vettori does get this done?
The weigh-ins,
it's nasty, bro.
Did you see the weigh-ins too?
I don't even bother watching the weigh-ins. I just know Vettori's a crazy mofo, bro.
I know.
I seen it. I seen the weigh-in. No, I watched it. I seen it, but it's like I know Marvin. Like I don't even gotta watch that one because I did see it though. Marvin was in his face. Yeah, I'm ready. And it's like I know he's crazy. Marvin Vettori is crazy. He's gonna keep a crazy pace. He's gonna keep moving forward. He's gonna try to tag up on this man, Whitaker. I'm wondering though how many more hits Whitaker got till he drops again, because we've seen Izzy drop him and put him away. How many more shots is this dude gonna be? You know what I mean?
Not many.
He can't hit him. How many shots is Vettori gonna throw at this man before he gets rocked or he's like, oh, I'm on the floor, bro? Because if he ends up getting dropped on the floor, Vettori is going to assault that man. So it's like, whoo. But when I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, I might take Whitaker. So I might hold on Whitaker. I might hold Whitaker down, man, for the most part. It's gonna come down to a grueling second, third round.
It's so
But
hard.
I think Whitaker might get on this one, man. I think Whitaker could take this.
And that was my initial feeling is the striking. I just like Whitaker better, but I don't know if Bobby Knuckles is really going to be there for this affair, and because of that, I can't back a guy that I don't know is not 100% in the game. So I do see the OG veteran Whitaker. I do believe he has a better striking. I do believe he has a chance to do the damn thing, but three rounds only. In 5 rounds, I'd like it better because Whitaker would have a chance to get off his striking.
Yeah.
3 rounds gives him almost 3 rounds gives him 1.5 rounds are going to be him with Marvin Vettori with him against the cage. He's going to have no space to throw off kicks, no space to throw off strikes. There's no way that Marvin Vettori can't hug him the fuck for 1.5 rounds, B. You know what I mean? And so
the pace.
Now let's look at the over. So let's look at over 1.5. Over 1.5 sounds like something that I could actually get into. Now, holy fuck! Was it 2.5? Of course they said that 2.5 because you guys are all fucking assholes. Yeah, that's what they did. They said that 2.5 because they thought the same thing that I did. That there's no way it's not going over 1.5. So I can't even give you a bet here or like not anything valuable in the sense that one of these is winning by decision. If you like either of them, bet them by decision. I don't see any of them getting finished in 3 rounds. There's not going to be one tired enough. Whitaker's not going to be tired enough. Vettori's not going to be tired enough.
Yeah,
it would have to be a head kick from Whitaker that would be like, it could happen, but I just don't know. And I haven't seen many people do it to Vettori, which I don't even know what's happened. So I would say if you pick one of these fighters, bet him by decision, and you'll be more of a happy camper getting better odds. But I can't like give you a straight out pick of what bet because they have it the 3-round fight set at 2.5 when it should be 1.5, and then I could give you a better number. Even if it was negative 150 at over 1.5, I would bet the negative 150 over 1.5 because I really believe that this is going over 1.5. Over 2.5, also almost feel like that too. So I mean, we'll see next week, but that's just my real feelings on it. There's no I can't really bet it, but it is what it is. The next fight of the night is the main event of the evening. Ciryl Gane is taking on Tai Tuivasa, Mr. Bam Bam Tuivasa himself. 15-3, 29 years old, 6'2" with a 75-inch reach. He's on a 5-fight win streak, fighting out of Sydney, South Wales, Australia, from down under. He last took on Derek, the Black Beast Lewis, and absolutely devastated with the elbow in round 2. Augusta Sakai, round 2 as well. Greg Hardy, the wife beater, he beat the hell out of him in round 1 as well. Harry Hunsucker, Stefan Struve. The problem with a lot of these dudes is a lot of these dudes aren't really about that life, and then you get into the losses of Bam Bam, Sergey Spivak, Blagoboy Imilov, Junior Dos Santos when he's old. Dos Santos I can get along with. The rest I really don't like. This dude's been training since he was a young kid with Mark Hunt. And so I don't like his losses at all when they were there because I was usually there to absorb the loss as well because I really did believe in him. He's taking on an athletic Ciryl Gane, Mr. Bongamun, 10-1. He's 32 years young, 6'4" with a 83-inch reach. 1 fight losing streak, fighting out of France. He last took on Francis Ngannou, and he went all rounds. And Francis Ngannou is a bad motherfucker, heavyweight champion of the world, and that was a big, big step up. Then he beat Derek Lewis round 3, and he smashed him ground and pound. Alexander Volkov, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, JDS beat him round 2. So I like the record of Ciryl Gane better. I like the athleticism. I like the striking. I like the power. I like everything. I think that Ciryl Gane here is the clear winner. Negative 550, 5 dimes. They're seeing the same thing. Plus 425 comeback for Tuivasa. It's a little heavy for a heavyweight fight, but I think that Ciryl Gane ends up winning a unanimous decision here over Tai Tuivasa. I don't think he knocks him out. I think that because Tai Tuivasa has been around long enough and he's tough enough that I think that he lasts all 5 rounds with Ciryl Gane, and he ends up losing to him. But Right now, Cyril Gane right now is like said negative 550, so you can't bet on that. But if you bet him by decision, Gane wins by decision is a plus 200. That's a way better number. I really feel like that Tai Tuivasa could last all 5 rounds. But Mr. B, what do you say? I got Gane.
Tai Tuivasa, man. Guys being up some good names on this nice little streak.
My boy Gogo's got under 2.5 on this one.
On this streak, he's beating up some good guys on this streak. He's improved quite a bit. He's allowed himself to apply a clinch game, a dangerous clinch game, which involves some really nasty elbows in the mix and short shots. Nice dirty boxing as well. I like his hands. I've always liked his hands. Problem is he's going up against Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane's really technical, really, really technical, bro. I don't see a way that Tai Tuivasa puts this fight in his advantage.
None.
I think he's been lined up pretty well with guys that really like help his skill set. Where he fought Augusto Sakai, even though Augusto Sakai is big, Augusto Sakai is also slow. Derek Lewis is also a big guy. He has big, power. Derek Lewis has power, but he's a guy that fights the same way Ty does, in your face, throws big shots. You know what I mean? The fight, Harry Huntsucker, non-existent. He's not even a factor here anymore.
Who is that? Who is that?
Yeah, for real. As you said, Cyril Gane is too technical, too big of a guy, fights very clean, doesn't really make mistakes. I don't see Tai Tuivasa trying to wrestle Cyril Gane. I don't even think we'll see Cyril Gane there to be wrestled against a guy like Tai Tuivasa. Francis Ngannou could do that because, Francis Ngannou could do that because Francis is a big body with explosiveness. I don't think Ty could do that.
Like Alexis Benitez on Facebook, I appreciate you because some of my own damn friends can't even like the video, and I can see the shit. JR, fucking dick.
Oh wow,
you fucking wow. Dick.
But yeah, man, I see Cyril Gane managing to go out there, put on a show for France. I think Gane could get the finish. I think Gane could probably get the finish within 3 rounds. I see Gane going out there, tagging up on Tuivasa. Tuivasa gets clipped, and this is a big problem. He gets clipped a lot.
Yeah,
a lot. He tests his chin a lot, and I think Gane is not gonna let him off the hook if he rocks him. And he has the reach, so he don't got to run in there and get blasted by something stupid. So I'm thinking Cyril Gane goes in there, puts the reach on him, tags him in and out, good movement, good fight IQ, rocks the body a little bit, folds him up. He could tie him up, get the knees in, get the elbows in, because he has a nice little Muay Thai game in there as well. And get the finish. I think he can finish him within 3 rounds. I think Jared Gomez got a good pick out there for the 2.5.
Hey,
I see within the 3.
Lucky Mr. B's on your side there, but I do agree that he'd possibly be.
Yeah, I think is there a 3.5 round bet out there?
No, we got Gane.
2.5.
So it doesn't matter. We'll
Gane just take Gane. We'll lock Gane up. I think Gane could get it done with a finish. TKO is highly up there. Gane also has the occasional submission, which could possibly be there. If it's a submission, it'll probably be a rear naked choke, probably. But yeah. I'm definitely going with the KO TKO.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we got.
I see the finish though.
We got Cyril Gane here 100%. This is going to be the 3rd leg of the Paris parlay that we've been talking about all night. So the first leg of the Paris parlay is Benoit Saint Denis, Mr. God of War himself at -300. And then we got Nasruddin Imavov at -250. And we got Cyril Gane at -650. All 3 of those favorites combined make a beautiful +115 dog. So we're throwing down 2 units. $200 on this parlay on all three of these motherfuckers. We're gonna call it the Paris parlay. We'll be back next week to talk about this motherfucker cashing. But all three of these dudes should be able to do the damn thing, and I see no reason why Cyril Gone shouldn't be any different. But man, B, what's crazy is we didn't even review a show, and somehow you and I still elaborate for 2 full hours. It's crazy. I had stories and all kinds of stuff picked out for you guys, and now I don't even think we need to get into it because it's been just a hair too long. But I will jump in. I will do one of the stories. So I told Mr. B I was gonna tell the Army Uber story, right? So my buddy over here at 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu in Van Nuys, we were training together, and he was in the Army, and he came in, for like a 6-month stay, and obviously, he's just here for a while, doesn't know the area, and love the dude. His name's Christian, and so we're hanging out. He's got a wife and he's got a daughter. We're always rolling with each other at class at 10th Planet, always just making good friends, but good vibes. And on Facebook and whatnot. And so the dude texts me a picture of his Uber, of what is his Uber, because he says it's his Uber. And he says, this bitch is taking me, this bitch won't let me go, or something about this, the Uber driver going crazy, right? And once again, because he said that it was the Uber driver, this is just an example or a reason why you should shut your fucking mouth is why I'm bringing this up. Okay. So my buddy in the Army, he goes, yeah, my Uber driver kicked me out and made me go in the back seat or something like that. And I responded with, fuck, she was overweight. And Mr. B, I say the craziest shit sometimes. And so I said, that fat bitch made you going back or whatever like that, right? Something like that. And my boy from the Army very reluctantly messages back, and he was like, I was just joking, bro. That wasn't an Uber driver. That was my wife. and so I'm like, bro, how the fuck are you going to text me complaining about your Uber driver? I've never met your wife or the kid, you know what I mean? And now I've basically called his fucking girl. So then he responds with, well, she just had the baby, remember? That's why she's fat. And I'm like, no. I was like, no, bro. She's not that fat. Oh, my God, bro. Shut your fucking mouth, Michael. Shut your mouth.
Oh, my God.
We call that the Army Uber story. And the reason why I brought it up is because sometimes you got some shit to say, and you should fucking hold that shit behind your tongue because you know what the fuck you're saying or talking about. And my buddy, I apologize to him a million times, but it's never gonna be the same because I'm sorry. He knows it. He even admitted I shouldn't have done that to you. And I'm like, I'm just not the guy to do that to, if Mr. B sent me a photo of him and a crazy tax driver, and the driver was fucking trying to do some bone collector shit on him, I'd be like, what the fuck's going on? Fuck that fucking crazy fucking dude. So either way, thank you for tuning into this episode of Kope's Corner. Those are the bets this week. That's the story of the Army Uber story of my boy. I'm sorry, dude. I love you, your family, and your daughter. No disrespect to your wife. I had no clue. He even said that I shouldn't have done that, but I shouldn't have opened my fat mouth, and sometimes you shouldn't either. And with that said, Mr. B, you want to shout out your Twitter handle so the people know where to follow you?
Word, man. Catch me on Twitter, Mr. B at Mr. B1986. Tell you drop a DM if you want to ask a question or if you just want to talk. I'm there, man. I'll follow you back. Catch me on the weekends on OK Live, man. Whenever there's fights going on, I stream out there, dog.
Whenever you can't catch a link and you need someone to just shoot the shit with, Mr. B is always there on OK Live every single event. Yes. So make sure you go and add him. He's the reason why I found him was on Periscope back in the day. Absolutely love him. And with that said, until next time, we appreciate you here on Kope's Corner. Let's cash these motherfucking bets, baby. Let's fucking roll.
Yes, sir.